Welcome, guys. UPSC has come out with a notification of a Class 1 officer job with Ministry of Labor and Employment. And the best part is almost everyone is eligible. Of course, if you have been in UPSC exams, especially UPSC recruitment exams, you will definitely apply for it. But even if you have never appeared for UPSC exams and you have been working in the private sector and now you are looking for an exit option, you want a government job with central government, officer job, this is your time. The upper age limit is 40 years. So a lot of you guys are eligible and it is a very good opportunity. So let us discuss it. So what we will discuss today, what is the job profile? Second thing, what is the age limit? Third thing, what is the eligibility? Eligibility has got two parts, educational as well as professional. We'll discuss both of them. Number 4, what is going to be selection process? Number 5, what is expected exam date? Number 6, how to apply for this? Number 7, how to prepare for this? What all you can do? And number 8, what Human Paratus is planning to do for this job. Okay, so let's get started. So guys, UPSC has come out with a notification for Deputy Director of Employment. This vacancy is with the Ministry of Labor and Employment, and there is a directorate within this ministry. The name of directorate is Directorate of Employment. So in all there are 6 seats, out of which 1 is for OBC and 5 are for unreserved category. This is a Group A non-ministerial job. So guys, what is meaning of Group A? So if you have been in this ecosystem of UPSC exams, I'm sure you know it, but especially for private sector guys, the central government jobs are divided into 4 groups, A, B, C, D. So D is lowest level, A is highest level. So all these levels are divided into 18 levels. Okay, so lowest level C and D, they are level 1 to 5. Approximately, I'm giving you some idea. Then group B is what? Group B is level 6 to 9. Then we have group A. Group A is what? Level 10 to 11. So a fresh IAS officer or a fresh IPS officer or maybe a lieutenant in Indian Army or equivalent ranks in Air Force and Navy, or maybe DSP through state services or SDM or IRS and so on. So all these guys join at level 10. So at level 10 they join, then they get promoted, they reach to level 11. So this UPSC Deputy Director of Employment job, this is for level 11. Group A, level 11. So level 11 is the level 11 is the level at which you will join, and this level is equivalent to level where IAS, IPS, these guys reach after one promotion. Okay, the last date of application is 2nd December 2021. Okay, so guys, what do we understand from it? It's a very good opportunity. It's a very good exit option, especially for a private sector guys. If you are looking for a class 1 officer job with Government of India. Okay, now this is our first video. We'll do couple of other videos as well on this exam. So what I'll suggest you, subscribe to YouTube channel so that whenever next video comes up, you will get to know what more we have to explain. Coming to second part, which is age limit. So guys, upper age limit for this is 40 years. 40 years is the upper age limit. And so what is the date? So you should not be above 40 years on 2nd of December 2021. On this date, you should not cross 40. If that is the case, you are eligible. Another thing, guys, if you belong to these three categories, which is ex-serviceman or central government employee or person with disability, if you belong to any of these three categories, then there is a further relaxation in age of 3 to 5 years. So for this, please go and check out the notification. I'll tell you in some time how you can check out the notification. Coming to third part, eligibility. So guys, eligibility is divided into two parts. Part one, which is educational qualification, and part two, which is professional experience. So you need to have both of them. Okay, so we'll start with first one, which is educational qualification. So guys, to be eligible for this post, you should have a post graduation degree in either of these fields. So what are they? Here is the list. Post graduation in economics, stats, maths, commerce, psychology, sociology, social work, public administration, business administration. I mean MBA, PG, DM, or whatever you might have done. So guys, this is the reason why I was saying that almost everybody is eligible. But mind it, you should have post graduation degree. So if you are only graduate, not eligible. If you have post graduate diploma, again not eligible. You should have post graduate degree. Okay, now that is the other case. There are some courses which are diploma. For example, if you go to IIMs, you don't get a post graduation degree, you don't get an MBA degree, you get a post graduate diploma in management, but this is equivalent to your MBA degree, therefore you guys are eligible. So whosoever is having post graduate degree in any of these subjects, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, any of these 9 subjects, you are eligible. It does not matter how much you scored, you should just have the degree, you should have just passing marks, whatever was required by your university or your institute. Now, another thing, guys. So when you should have this qualification, you should be ready with this qualification again on 2nd of December 2021. So if there is somebody who is still in final year, maybe who is writing exam in 2022, not eligible. You should have completed your course by 2nd of December 2021, which is the closing date of the application. So this is the first thing, this is the first part of eligibility which you should have. Coming to second part, what is second part? Second part says that you should have minimum 5 years of experience in any of these fields. Of course, you can pause the video, you can read out this slide. So first thing is any of these fields. You don't need all 5 fields. You should have any of these fields. But I'll give you a summary of overall flavor, that I mean which kind of people are relevant, which kind of experiences are relevant for this thing. But before that, you should have completed 5 years again on 2nd of December 2021. If you are thinking that you are completing 5 years but maybe next year January, not eligible. It's very clear. Now, coming back, so which kind of experiences will make you eligible? First thing, very important, this experience can be in private sector or public sector. Both are okay. Both are okay. And this is the only reason why, again, I was saying that so many of you guys are eligible. Okay. So first thing, guys, if you are working in HRM function in any field means you are working in recruitment, selection, training, or maybe you are looking HR overall from strategic point of view, or you are doing manpower planning, or you are doing industry interaction. Anything in HR, if you are doing, it will make you eligible. Number two, if you are doing some kind of work which is related to stats, data analysis, or some sort of economics job, then also you guys are eligible. Number three, if you are doing some sort of research, especially in social areas like labor market, so you are doing some sort of research job, especially in areas like which are related to labor market or employment or population demographics, then you are also eligible. Number four, if you are involved in vocational training, training and development, skill building, and these areas, eligible. Number five, if you are working in some sort of social work, again eligible. So guys, these are the some of the keywords which I have brought out from this list. Of course, there'll be more experiences which will be relevant to this. You can read out this, but I have given you broad hint, but this is not a complete list. Please use your mind, and definitely you will be able to figure out whether you are having relevant experience or not. Again, you should have minimum 5 years. Up to when? Till 2nd of December 2021. Mind it, guys. This is very important. Okay. Next point. Now, guys, the notification has a very interesting line. The line is, qualification are relaxable at discretion of UPSC in case of candidates otherwise well suited. So what does this mean? This means that maybe your experience is not directly relevant, it's not directly related, but you have done very well in written or very well in interview, then it is discretion of UPSC, they might select you. Another example, so maybe you don't have 5-year work ex, maybe you have 4 years. Okay, in that case again, your qualification can be relaxed if you are really if you have done really well, some super performance which you have shown in written and interview, then UPSC might consider you. Therefore, my suggestion is that you should be applying if you are if you have some sort of deficiency in eligibility, but it should be like somewhat related. But UPSC has written that they have this provision of relaxation of qualification. So guys, now let us understand that what this department in this ministry or what this directorate in this ministry is doing, wherever for which you are being hired. Because if we understand what those guys are doing, probably then we can figure out whether we are relevant to them or not. So I'll give you some flavor of what directorate of employment is doing. What directorate of employment is doing, this directorate is where Ministry of Labor and Employment. So directorate of employment is the place for which you are being hired. So let us look at what they are doing, and that will give you even better idea that whether we are relevant for them or not. So guys, first thing which these guys are doing, they are responsible for some sort of supervision of employment exchange. We know that we have an employment exchange at district level or block level. So overall, there is a network in the country. It comes under Employment Exchange Act 1959. So that is the work. So primarily these exchanges are being run by state government only, but central government also doing some sort of supervision and all those things. Then within same scheme, there is a national employment scheme which is being run. Then what they are doing, they are also running a portal which is named NCS, National Career Service. It is a job portal. So guys, what does this mean? For example, they are running NCS job portal. So what can I understand? So what we believe at Human Patters, what we believe, if somebody is working maybe at Naukri.com or Shine.com or AmJobs or any of job portal, then of course you are doing something which is relevant to them. Similarly, you can look at other keywords. Then they are also working in skill development, especially for vocational training, skill development. Okay, I'm sure some of you might be here. There are ITIs at block level in country, industrial training institutes. So that is also being, although they come under state government, but central government also has got some role to play in that. Then this department is also involved in career counseling. Career counseling, guys. So another field which comes up now, which will make you relevant. Then they're also doing a lot of data aggregation and analysis on employment or unemployment and all those areas. So this is the another area now. They're also doing a lot of work in labor market analysis. So what kind of analysis is this? So they are looking at occupational composition. For example, how many guys are working in the country in hospitality industry? How many guys are working in maybe mining? So that kind of occupational composition at national level, that is what they are studying. Then they are also looking profile of kind of guys who are working in each of these occupations. Then again, and this analysis is being done for both private sector as well as public sector employees. Then they are also doing a lot of programs on like coaching also. For example, they are providing coaching and guidance to SC/ST community. So guys, again, these are some of the keywords which can tell you whether you are relevant to them or not. And if you are directly relevant, then of course, I think even if you are lacking somewhat in your qualification, then UPSC might relax you. Use your mind. If you think you are really there, then only you should consider that UPSC will relax the qualification. Otherwise, no. Next thing is, what is the selection process? Okay, so the next thing is, what is going to be selection process? So if you look at the notification, you will see that neither there is mention of any written exam, nor there is any exam date, nor there is any syllabus. Then how will they select people? So guys, of course, UPSC recruitment guys know it, but for others, I'll tell you the story. So guys, UPSC conducts two kind of exams. One is regular. Regular means IAS or civil services, whatever IAS, IPS, then Indian Forest Services, NDA, CDS, assistant commandant, and so on. Then so these are periodic exams, like every 6 months, every 1 year, whatever is the frequency. These are regular exams. Then there is another kind of exams which UPSC does, which are known as recruitment test or recruitment exams. So recruitment exams are what? For example, assistant labor commissioner. For example, enforcement officer in EPFO. Another example can be deputy director in ESIC. Another example can be admin officer in maybe DRDO or admin officer in Geological Survey of India, and so on. So these are recruitment exams. They are not done every year or every 6 months. They have randomly, once in 3 years, once in 5 years. Again, number of seats are also random. It can happen anytime. So for this recruitment exam story, how does it go? And this will explain why there is no syllabus, no written, no date or nothing. For this recruitment exam, so a notification comes out. Okay, notification comes out. Based on this notification, people apply. Okay, then UPSC looks at whether number of applications are less or number of applications are more. Okay, if number of applications are less, then UPSC does what? They do some sort of shortlisting. They do some sort of shortlisting. Then they conduct interviews of shortlisted guys, and this is how final selection is done. If number of candidates are less, okay. If number of candidates are more, then what happens? Then another notification comes out. This notification will have what? This notification will have exam date. This notification will have syllabus. This notification will have information about negative marking and so on. Then after this notification, there will be a written exam. Then after this written exam, there will be interview. And after this interview, there will be final selection. For example, right now, you can see that UPSC ALC notification is out. So it came last month only. Again, in that notification also, there is no syllabus, there is no exam date, nothing. So what will happen? Another notification will come for UPSC ALC. That notification will have exam date, syllabus, and everything. Then exam will happen, and that is how you will get selected. So now the question is, Deputy Director of Employment fall in which category? Less or more? So guys, what is generally definition of less? So because we have been doing recruitment exam for last 7-8 years now, we have seen many of them. So if number of applicants are more than 1,000, then definitely there is a recruitment exam. For example, in case of which one? Yes, in case of ALC only, last time there were 3,500 candidates, so written was conducted. So in this case, current job, which is Deputy Director of Employment, we believe that definitely there will be a written. Our guess, and it's a pure guess, guys. Our guess is that there will be at least 10,000 guys. I'm saying at least 10,000 guys. This number can be 30,000, 40,000, because just look at the eligibility. You just need a post graduation, and you need 5-year work ex in some sort of fields. Just imagine how many guys will be eligible. So our understanding is definitely there will be a written exam. So another notification will come out after a couple of months, and in that notification we will understand what is the syllabus, what is the exam pattern, exam date, and everything. Another thing, guys, usually the gap between this notification and this written exam will not be more than 1 to 2 months. Usually, of course, it can vary. I mean, for recruitment exams, everything can vary, but usually the trend which we have seen, and then the weightage of written and interview will be again approximately 75 to 25, or maybe 80 20. This has been trend in recruitment exams in last few years. Okay, so I'll come again on that. Now that we don't have syllabus, what we should do, what we should study, how we should prepare. I mean, what can we do right now, because we do not know everything. So I'll come to that. Okay, before that, guys, who we are? So I am from Human Paritas, and there is a very interesting thing. The interesting thing is that at Human Paritas, we have experience of many recruitment exams of UPSC, like ESIC, EPFO, ALC. In fact, in ALC exam, which was conducted in 2017, approximately 20 to 25% guys were from Human Paritas only. Finally, who were selected? So every fourth guy was from Human Paritas in 2017 ALC exam. Similarly, in EPFO exam, which was conducted few days back, out of 120, 105 questions were from Human Paritas content. So what I'm trying to say, we have got very good experience of recruitment exams. On the other hand, we are very well-known market leaders for subjects like management, HRM, labor laws, commerce. So, I mean, they are running in our blood, and we have been teaching them for last 10 years now. Although for different exams, for example, UGC, management optional, or UPSC assistant labor commissioner, and so on. So this creates a unique synergy, I think, with which we'll be able to advise you for DD employment, which is Deputy Director of Employment exam. Okay, so that was brief introduction. Otherwise, look at our website. Coming back. So guys, next question is that notification is out now. The last date is what? 2nd of December 2021. So question is, what can be the exam date? What can be the exam date? Okay. So guys, first thing, and let us admit it very, very clearly, nobody can guess when UPSC recruitment exam, any exam will happen. There is no calendar. Suddenly they'll come out with a notification that you have exam in 1 month or 2 months. Now, because they have been doing these different recruitment exams, what we can safely say is that you will get at least 4-5 months to prepare. 4-5 months from now, 4-5 months from now, you will get at least 4-5 months. So that is kind of minimum time. So exam can happen after 4-5 months. So maybe March, April of 2022. We are not saying it will happen in March, April only. We are saying at least this is the time. At max, exam can even happen next in October, November, or maybe in a year's time. There have been many exams which was conducted within 5 months from the closing date of application. There were other exams which were conducted after 15 months or maybe 1.5 years from closing date of application. So, exam date, what our suggestion is, do your best, but once notification comes out, you will get approximately 1 to 2 months. I can give you one example also. So ALC exam, which was conducted in 2017, for that exam, the notification came out when? It came out in December 2016. Then there is another notification with the exam date came out. When this came out? This came out in September 2017. When exam was conducted? Exam was finally conducted in 25th of November 2017. So this can give you some idea when exam can happen. But again, nobody can predict exact exam date. Coming to next point, how to apply. So to apply for this job, there are 2 steps. Step number 1, step number 2. Let us look at that. So guys, step number 1, what you have to do, go to website of UPSC. So this is, I'll go to website of UPSC. On this website, go to recruitment section, as you can see, then go to advertisement, and you will see advertisement 16/2021. Click on that. A PDF file will come up. In this PDF file, there are vacancies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. You have to look at vacancy number 7. Vacancy number 7, which is numbered 21111607413. So read this notification. This is your step number 1. Come back to UPSC website for step number 2, which is what? Again, go to recruitment, go to online recruitment application. Then this list will come up. So you can see here, Deputy Director of Employment. Go to apply now, and this is how you can fill up your form and you can apply for this job. Again, mind it, the last date is 2nd of December 2021. So guys, I understand that there is a lot of data point which you will need for this exam because less information is available. So we'll keep publishing more videos. So what our request is, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, and so that you will become aware when next notification comes out. Okay. So guys, the biggest question is now, of course, you'll go and apply. The biggest question is how to prepare. Now we know that we do not know the syllabus. We also know कि syllabus 2 महीने पहले आएगा या 3 महीने पहले आएगा, तभी syllabus आएगा. तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं? So जो बाकी एग्जाम्स में हम लोग क्या करते थे, जैसे रिक्रूटमेंट एग्जाम, अगेन आई एम गिविंग यू ALC एग्जाम. तो ALC अभी 2021 में आया है. अगेन सेम टाइप ऑफ नोटिफिकेशन आया है. इसमें सिलेबस नहीं है, बट अगेन यू कैन प्रिपेयर फॉर UPSC ALC. ऐसा क्यों? क्योंकि UPSC ALC 2017 में भी हुआ, फिर 2015 में हुआ, 2013 में हुआ. सो देयर इज अ सिलेबस व्हिच वी नो फ्रॉम अर्लियर एग्जाम्स, और हम उससे अपना पढ़ाई कर सकते हैं. लेकिन ये वाला एग्जाम विच इज डिप्टी डायरेक्टर ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट, ये पहले कभी नहीं हुआ है. सो वी डोंट हैव एनी प्रीवियस पेपर, वी डोंट हैव एनी प्रीवियस सिलेबस. ये हमारे पास नहीं है और नहीं कहीं से मिल सकता. बट we'll try to figure out whatever resources we know, and as and when we get more clarity on the syllabus, we'll publish a video. But अभी हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं? So अभी based on our understanding, and guys, this is our guess, please use your mind as well. Our guess is कि जो भी इसका सिलेबस आएगा उस वाले सिलेबस में कुछ चीज तो हम गैस कर ही सकते हैं। इस वाले सिलेबस के लिए आपको HRM पक्का सिलेबस में होगा ही होगा। अगर HRM होगा तो आपको OBB साथ में पढ़ना है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर। फिर इस वाले सिलेबस के लिए आपको लेबर वेलफेयर और लेबर मार्केट, ये भी आपके सिलेबस में होगा ही होगा। नेक्स्ट थिंग, न्यूमेरिकल एबिलिटी, न्यूमेरिकल एबिलिटी एंड रीजनिंग, ये भी आपके सिलेबस में होना ही चाहिए जब भी आएगा। देन अवर स्ट्रॉन्ग गैसेज की इंडियन पॉलिटी या इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, ये भी आपके सिलेबस में होना ही चाहिए। देन जर्नल इंग्लिश भी आपके सिलेबस में होना ही चाहिए। ओके, सो गाइस दीज आर द कीवर्ड्स अबाउट विच वी आर प्रीटी कॉन्फिडेंट कि ये तो होने ही चाहिए। देन देयर आर सम कीवर्ड्स अबाउट विच वी आर नॉट वेरी श्योर, शायद हो भी सकता है या नहीं भी हो सकता है। वन इज इंडस्ट्रियल रिलेशंस, शायद हो या नहीं हो, वी कांट से। अनदर वन इज मे बी लेबर लॉज, शायद हो भी या नहीं भी हो। सो अनदर इज जनरल साइंस, हो भी या नहीं भी हो, वी कांट से। कंप्यूटर नॉलेज, हो भी या नहीं, वी कांट से। सो देयर आर सम ऑफ एरियाज वेयर वी आर नॉट श्योर, सो वी हैव टू वेट फॉर द सिलेबस ओनली। बट राइट नाउ आप लोग क्या कर सकते हो कि जिस टॉपिक्स के बारे में हमें ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस है, आप उनसे अपना थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ाई शुरू कर सकते हो। At Human Pietas, we'll also publish another video कि इसका कैसे करना है। We'll spend some more time in next couple of days, इसलिए आपको बार बार बोल रहा हूं कि आप इसको चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए। So we'll also launch a course. So what is plan of Human Pietas? So maybe in next 15 to 20 days, with whatever information we can get from various resources, we'll launch a course. At least we'll give you some guidance कि हम इसके लिए क्या कर सकते हैं। लेकिन हमारा जो ओवरऑल प्रिपरेशन स्ट्रेटजी है उसमें 4 स्टेप होते हैं। सो दोज 4 स्टेप्स आर, नंबर 1, we'll send you printed booklets via courier at your home through which you will be able to cover the entire syllabus. Number 2, we'll make you learn in live classes. Number 3, we'll make you practice an online question bank which are topic wise and which are with detailed explanation. And number 4, you will go to full length mock test paper. सो ये 4 स्टेप स्ट्रेटजी हम डिफरेंट एग्जाम्स के लिए अडॉप्ट करते हैं। जैसे हमने EPFO किया, ALC किया, अभी दोबारा ALC कर रहे हैं, ESIC DD कर रहे हैं, एंड दिस हैज बीन वर्किंग वेरी वेल एंड वी स्ट्रांगली बिलीव दैट DDE, डिप्टी डायरेक्टर ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट, इस वाले एग्जाम के लिए भी हमारा ये 4 स्ट्रेटजी काम करना चाहिए। सो अभी आप क्या कर सकते हैं, अभी जाके आप अपना फॉर्म भरिए और जो मैंने कुछ टॉपिक्स बताए हैं उनके जो भी रिसोर्सेज आपके पास हैं उनसे आप पढ़ना शुरू कर दीजिए। एटलीस्ट गो थ्रू सम ऑफ दीज बुक्स which are there with you, or you can buy from the open market. We'll also launch a precise to the point course, but we'll do some homework. Then only we'll do that. It will come out in next couple of days, maybe 15 days, 20 days. Whenever it will come out, we'll also publish a video on the YouTube. So to understand that, you can subscribe to YouTube channel. You can get in touch with our team via website or email ID or mobile number. This is best what we know for this exam till now, and all the best. And again, I'll request everybody, please do apply. Thank you so much.